All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bootcamp Blueprint podcast, the place where personal trainers go to grow their bootcamp and social media. Today, I'm super excited because we have the number one expert in the world when it comes to Facebook bots for personal trainers. Now, I'm not just saying that. A couple of reasons why I know I can back this up. Number one, I met this person in San Diego, the USA, right? She's from New Zealand. I'm from Australia. But we hooked up we met in San Diego in the USA because we're both so into our social media. And also I'm into social media myself. I follow all the bot experts and whatnot. And this person is the only person I know that specializes in bots just for personal trainers, which is important. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Without further ado, the one and only Roz from OMG Marketing. Roz, how are you?
Good, thanks, Jono. How are you today?
I'm really good myself. Hey, Roz, we like to start all these podcasts off with a quote or mantra that inspires you or fires you up. Have you got one for us?
Yeah, sure. I've actually got two, and one that I kind of live by when I need to get a little bit of a rocket up my bum would be one by Gary Vaynerchuk, which is, if you live for the weekends and vacations, your shit is broken. So that's pretty much one that I kind of, the reason I do what I do is I enjoy it. So if I'm living for the weekend, I'm not enjoying what I do. And then on a bit of a softer approach, Lewis Howes, which is vulnerability creates connection and makes us more likable and relatable than ever. So that's a good one because I always have to relate that quote to my clients to get a bit more confident with their social media and coming, out in front.
I love both of those, and I love the mixture of both of them. And if you're listening to this as well, those two people, they're big names in social media. So if you're not following Lewis Howes and Gary V, I recommend jumping on as well. But yeah, that's an awesome start. I love both of those, Roz. Now, where I'd like to go through from here, now I obviously know what you do, but if you could give our listeners maybe a sentence or two or three, what is it that you actually do and where are you from? Give us the quick rundown.
Yeah, so I'm from West Auckland in New Zealand, and basically my thing is I love helping, businesses succeed with social media and digital marketing. So I save them basically from getting lost in the unknown, and their success is a huge reward and an outcome for my enjoyment in what I do. So most of my clients, I look at them as they're lost. They don't really stuck. They don't really know where to go next. And I really help them to get to the next level in their business with social media and digital marketing.
Love it. And I'm sure that a lot of our listeners probably feel that because, as personal trainers, we understand, or most of my listeners, they understand how important social media is, but they don't know the ins and outs of it. They don't teach us the Facebook algorithm at personal training school, right? They teach us how to bench press. So that's why it's amazing that we've got people like you. Now, I believe your specialty is Facebook bots, Roz. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So what the Facebook bots are is they're basically an artificial intelligence, so to speak, but they are pretty new to the social media platform and Facebook Messenger. And what it is it's an act of automating and creating engagement and customers as much as we can for clients on Facebook. So the key is to make it easier for business owners to answer, say, frequently asked questions that they spend time on Facebook Messenger replying to. So we try and make that simple and have that automated for them. Generating leads, helping that with the business. Anything from, customer surveys, getting to know your audience better, to giveaways on Facebook posts, like creating a giveaway, but actually getting something out of it for the business owner, not just a like and a tag. Like, let's get some more information for the business owner with a chatbot.
Okay, cool. Well, hey, that's lucky that's your specialty because that's exactly what I want to chat about today. So let's start from point dot. Let's say a trainer's listening to this. They're like, a Facebook bot? I've never heard of that before. A lot of these people have probably been through a bot though, right, Roz? What are some simple examples that you think some of these listeners might have been through a bot?
Yeah, so there's a few examples. A lot of the time at the moment, people have a send message option when they might be doing a Facebook ad or even a Facebook post. Now, what happens here is people go, oh, this is great. I'll send them a message. They click on send message. Now, half the time people have the typical Facebook generic setup where it has a whole list of random stuff that does not make sense for anybody. How much product do you want? Where do you want to go? That kind of thing. So that's sort of the start of what people think, oh, I've got some automation set up, but that's actually just a Facebook narrative, which you need to get rid of and then create basically one that makes sense. So, for example, you could click on send message or get started on someone's Facebook page, and you'd be taken into a couple of options, which could be, how can we help you today? Would you like to go through to a website? Would you like to make a booking? Have you got an inquiry? So just asking some common questions to get that conversation started. And I think that's the welcome message for a lot of people, is what they're saying first and foremost they might have had contact with. But now from there we can do so much more, with Facebook posts and Facebook ads.
Awesome. So to summarize that, the first thing is just simply you could go to someone's page and you click get started, and then an automated message could come up saying, hey, Jono, thanks for visiting my page. How can I help you? And then there might be 3 options there. Jono, I want to do your boot camp. Jono, I'm just interested in more information. Jono, contact me. And then the person would press one of those, and then it would be like an automated flow. Is that sort of the basis of it?
Yeah. So basically from there, if there is an automatic sequence attached to that, they could then go into subscribing to your messenger. So what that looks like is, if you think about an email newsletter, which I know a lot of people still struggle to send one out a month. What you can do is do one messenger a month to your subscribers, and what that is creating some sort of value. So whether it's talking about what boot camps you're doing, or what exercises to work on for strength this month, or nutritional tips. So you can actually get them to subscribe to that sequence just off the bat when they come in and message you through Facebook.
Okay, cool. Hey, let me just summarize that just to make sure our listeners have got it. So let's say they...
and easy to language.
So let's say, for example, they go to that Facebook Messenger and they press get started, okay? And then they get a few automated messages with whatever the page has set up. They're now also a subscriber of that page. And then if you want to send out like a bulk message to all your subscribers, you can do that. Is that basically how that works?
Basically, yeah. You have to ask them that foremost question first, like, look, would you be interested in hearing more about our, for example, monthly specials, 12-week challenges, or, giveaways type things, something that's going to grab their attention. And they say yes. As soon as they hit that yes keyword, they're taken in and they're a subscriber to your sequence. So it's that simple, really. And then basically it's just a matter of, working out that content that's going to go out once a week or once a month, depending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason why I love that is I didn't like Facebook pages for a long time, Roz, because I'm like,
right.
Hey, I've got 10,000 people on my Facebook page, but I can't do anything with them, right? If I post, there's no guarantee that they're going to see it. There's no option to group message anyone or anything like that. But the Facebook bot brings it that little bit closer, because everyone you've got subscribed to your Facebook bot, you can now send out that group message, which is a huge advantage, because the email, as good as it is, like I send out an email a day, but it's starting to get a little bit old school, right?
Absolutely.
Everyone's to do it, and things are going
busy.
to spam, and like everyone checks there. And my Hotmail is basically my new spam folder, right? I go on there and there's about 20 emails a day from different people, whereas
Absolutely.
Facebook message is still new. If I get a Facebook message, I'm going to check it. Maybe it's one of my friends, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's an ex-girlfriend. I'm going to check it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
That's someone marketing there. There's way more chance of getting through. So that's one thing I like about it there. I wanted to then go a bit further on this, because I feel like that's one sort of advantage, where if someone hits the get started, then they go through a flow from there, and then the subscribers is another one as well. Let's talk a little bit. Actually, let's go about time saving. So another reason why I really like the bots is I believe it saves trainers time, Roz. So let's say now, if a trainer set up a bot and they're here thinking, I don't know if I have time to set up a bot, and I don't know if I have time to manage it. Would you say that a Facebook bot could save time for a trainer?
Yeah, absolutely. I think once you've got that bot set up and it's asking, you've sorted out the strategy you want to use it for. So is it answering frequently asked questions to stop you always answering all these emails and messages back on Facebook? Or is it engaging them to start a new program with you? Whatever it is, you can incorporate all that into your little personal assistant, your little bot, and make it a time saver. You can also get it to send traffic to your booking form on your website, for example, for a free trial. And then once they've hit that free trial on your website, or they've even hit your website, how about like retargeting them with Facebook ads and saying, hey, we saw you just, checking out our free trial. How about coming in and trying us? So you're always front of mind. And with the fact, like you say, email marketing is busy. It is busy now, and people aren't opening their, emails as much as they used to be. A 20% open rate. You can get a conversion rate on it's Messenger for like 90 to 100% open rate. So that in itself, someone's reading that information off the bat, and taking that next step is huge. So yeah, I mean, even today, like I've got a workshop tomorrow, and on my event page, I see 20 people interested in attending the event, but they haven't actually purchased a ticket. So I'm thinking, how am I going to reach these people? Just give them a tap on the shoulder and say, I can see you're interested. How about you come along? What do? I Facebook message them. It's just, that's what you do. And they open it and they respond. Yeah. So people are just more likely to communicate at the moment in Facebook Messenger. I think the key though is not to abuse it, and to always remember that whenever you're giving a message that, it's 80% value throughout the month, and one of your messages is going to be value plus a sale, as in what kind of content you're giving your potential audience.
Love it. All right. Now let's say, so we've spoken a little bit about the benefits and that sort of thing. Let's say a personal trainer's watching this, Roz, and they're like, okay, I'm sort of into this Facebook bot thing. I might give it a go. The first thing I would recommend doing, from my point of view, first thing I would do is actually email Roz at roz@onlinemarketinggroup.co.nz, because she can help you out. But we'll get to a bit more of that stuff later. What would you say would be step one for trainers like, this is somewhat interesting. Yeah, I've emailed Roz, but in the meantime, what's one thing you think they should do to get started? What's the very first thing they should do?
I think the very first thing they should do is have a look at a platform and just see if it's for them. Like for example, I use ManyChat, and that's a really easy platform. Lots of support, massive community. So you've always got help if you're trying to do this on your own. But number two would be like, what's your objective? What's your strategy? Why do you want the bot? Do you want to get subscribers into your Facebook Messenger so you can actually continue to market to them that way? And then what we would then discuss is, okay, this is the best idea and this is what's working well for PTs, gyms, group fitness instructors. And then we would go down that track and say, let's do the strategy. Let's build your Facebook Messenger subscriber list so that you can then remarket and schedule different sequences of information too. So I think that's the key. It's like getting your subscribers either from your email database or from your Facebook page into Messenger. And that is the number one step.
Awesome. Let's even break those down one by one. So let's start with that first thing there was the platform. So a lot of our listeners might not know that this isn't necessarily just from Facebook, right? You can't just go on Facebook and set up a bot. You need to use an external platform. And I believe ManyChat is the most popular, and ChatFuel as well is another popular one. I'm a huge fan of ManyChat for those reasons that Roz said as well. It's super friendly to use. The support's really good. They've got a community Facebook group where you can ask questions. So that's sort of step one. Go on ManyChat there, or ChatFuel. Now, the second one was have a reason, and that's key because we don't just want a Facebook bot just to annoy people, right? Or we don't just want it. We don't just want it just to look cool. Oh, hey, look how cool I am. There's an automated message. How smart am I? Right? We want ideally, I guess long term is we want that person to be a client. Now, how
absolutely
this person from subscribing our bot to being a client? And I think that might be a good question here, Oz. What are some strategies you've seen used before, specifically for PTs, to get them from, to get someone from opting into your bot to being a
Yep.
client or a lead. Have you got any strategies that have worked before?
Yeah, sure. So, like a couple of strategies that work really well, and this is one of the really unique things about a messenger marketing and the chatbot is one, you can create a Facebook post, and maybe you're going to do a giveaway for one person to win a 12-week or 8-week challenge. All right, and key to that would be for them to comment another friend's name on that Facebook post. So, what is commonly regarded as tagging, but we take the word tagging out now and we just use comment so Facebook don't pick that up in the algorithm and give you some negative feedback. And once you've got that post going a little bit viral with people commenting and entering, when they've done that, they actually get taken into Facebook Messenger, where we have set up particular questions that will say, first of all, we'd like to get you entered into this competition and win this amazing giveaway. Could we grab your email address and then phone number so we can ring and call you once, we've got a winner for this prize, or if you've won this prize. Then after that, we'll actually ask them further down the track, we'll ask them a couple of questions like, currently, what are your goals? Are you happy with your current fitness or lifestyle regime? And they're going to comment, no, actually, I want to lose weight. I want to get fit. And so you've got that information right there off the bat. This person wants to lose weight, or they want to get fit, or they're a mum and they're trying to get back into, working out again. And then you can ask them another question, really simple, like, would you be interested in a free, 2-week trial with us while you're waiting to see if you've won this amazing prize we have? Once again, you've then got them to say yes, and you can then send them to, coming and trialing out, say, your PT session or your boot camp out. So you've got valuable information. You've got an email address you can remarket to. You've got a phone number. You can give them a call. And you've also got an interest in whether, yes, they want to try you out. Now, if they say no, that's awesome, because immediately they're a tire kicker. Why the hell would they want to win a 12-week, boot camp prize if they don't want to try you out for free in the first place? So that's, when you look back at other ways, traditional ways of creating leads for your business, it's a landing page, it's an email, it's an address, and it stops there. Whereas this conversation, it carries on, and you get to qualify them, and you get to give them a bit of, customer service and get to know them better. So that's one way. But with the Facebook post, you've also got the other way of printing out your messenger code onto a graphic or a poster, and you can have that anywhere. So anywhere you would put a flyer or a poster nowadays, you can have your messenger code on there where they can scan it and get immediately taken into Messenger. And they can also enter the giveaway that way as well. And then the third way is what we call a reference URL, which is pretty much like a website link. And once you've got that URL, you can put that URL anywhere. So you could share it in Facebook groups. Hey guys, I've got a giveaway. Would you like to win? Click on this link here, and they immediately get taken into Facebook Messenger to that bot. So that's, without getting too much more, too complicated, that's 3 ways that you could utilize a chatbot to create leads, to ask questions, and to get people to try you out at the same time.
Yeah, love it. Let's break all of those down one by one as well. I might go reverse order, because I think I can knock those last 2 out a bit easier. Then we'll speak a little bit more about the third. So that bottom one there, the reference, that's the m.me link, right?
Yes, that's it. Yes.
So if you're listening to this and you're like, this stuff just sounds so confusing, how do I get people in my bot, blah, 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 blah. There's basically a specific link that you can use, and you can text it to someone. You can post it in a group. Mine's in my email signature. So I've got mine in my email signature, and also written on my Facebook group there. So if anyone joins either of those two, they go into my bot. Now, what's it called? What's the barcode called?
That's just it's just the messenger code, basically. Messenger code. So okay, cool. Yeah, it's just messenger code, and everyone's got their own messenger code. So you can make your own one up, and it's a picture of you with a scan, kind of like the QR codes.
QR.
You think of, so you can scan it with your phone, and then immediately. So that's a nice way to get people offline, rather than online. Having it on a poster, having it up somewhere. Maybe you might want to put it in a coffee shop. Who knows? Just the possibilities are endless where you could think about putting that scan code.
Exactly. Now, so yeah, with that scan code now, I only found out about that at Social Media World, I had no idea
Yeah.
about it. And I met someone, we were talking, and they were like, hey, add me to Messenger. Here's my code. I was like, excuse me? They're like, just scan the code and I'll automatically be on your Messenger. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. Is this an American thing? They're like, no, everyone has it. So if you're listening to this, it's not too complicated. You can just, even with your own messenger, even if it's not a bot, you can add someone to your own messenger with that code as well. So just have a bit of a fiddle around there. And as Rod said, it's just a really easy way to get people offline, because you could have a link. You could have, hey, like my Facebook page and then press get started. But the scan is just an easier step. So that's another way there. Now, I love that strategy you mentioned with the comment there, Roz. So we'll get into it. I'll summarize that, because the reason why I like that strategy is I used that strategy about 10 years ago in a face-to-face side of things. All right. So what I used to do, that pretty much exact same strategy. I was running a 12-week boot camp, and I would go into different, coffee shops and supplement stores and hairdressers, and I would have like I'd have a piece of paper where people would enter in their name, number, and email, and they would go into the draw to win a 12-week challenge, a free 12-week challenge. And I would give someone a free 12-week challenge. But anyone that didn't win the free 12-week challenge, I'd still give them a call and bring them down for a free week and add them to my email list and blah, 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 blah. So that strategy has been around for years. But with Facebook Bot, you just speed up that process so much. So like back in the day when I was doing that, I would check those lead forms once a week, right? So say someone entered their details in on, I'll check it every Friday. So if someone entered their details on Friday night, they wouldn't get a call or email from me until like a week later. All right.
Yeah.
And then that process is going to be so much slower, and I don't have the info anyway. Whereas on the Facebook bot, it's straight away, right? It's that same thing. Hey, instead of them going into the store and writing down their name, number, and email for the free giveaway, they just, sorry, I should have explained that bit before. So am I right in saying if they just comment below or they tag a friend below, they'll get an automated message which says, hey, you're to go into the draw, enter your name, number, and email. So they enter it in then and there. But instead of waiting a week for me to give them a call, and they might not even answer because they're busy or they're at something, or my email goes to their junk, they'll get a Facebook message straight away saying, awesome, saying, cool, you're in the draw. By the way, would you like a free 2 weeks here and now? They're already on their phone. Wherever they are, they're watching TV, they're in the car. Like there's no break there. So that's another advantage I find with Facebook bots, is that you get people while they're hot. It's not, I enter my email down, I might get an email or a call in a week later. Everything is done then and there when they are so hot.
Absolutely. And the conversions are so much higher as well. And I think, like anyone knows with lead generation, if you are doing that, if you're calling someone 2 days later, you're 2 days too late, because they've already moved on to another personal trainer or another boot camp that they've seen, and then it's just tough luck. So it's that automation, it's fast, it's snappy, and you get them while they're actually wanting to do something. They're wanting to make that change.
Yeah, spot on. Now, just a few other things I was curious about, Roz. Can you also have this on your website? Like, could you set it up if you use that me link, could you just have that on your website? So the same sort of thing, right? If someone's got any questions, instead of emailing you for questions, they can just hit that link and then they go through your bot like that. Is that able to be done?
Yeah, that can be done. So depending what website platform you have, there's a plugin that you can put in, and you can get that connected to your Facebook page, which is pretty, either, someone that knows what they're doing can do it for you, or a developer, or the person that's done your website. So it's pretty simple. And then once they message you, you might actually ask them for a keyword, like as in, keyword like yes to comment to get into the bot, because you've got to ask them for that confirmation and approval. But most of them do it, and it's a great way to have that automated conversation starting from the time they hit your website. So it's extra customer service from website, Facebook page, posters.
Love it. Well, hey, we're going to get to the end of the interview here, Roz. Just before I do, I just want to mention to our listeners, like, if this sort of stuff is overwhelming you, this is what Roz does day in, day out for personal trainers. And she's actually going to give a special for anyone listening to this. We'll speak about it a bit later, but I just want you to know, we're like, oh, this sounds so hard. There's no way I can possibly, do it on my own. Roz, that's her bread and butter. She does that day in, day out. And the advantage of having a Facebook bot set up is, providing it's a good one, you do it once and then you can keep it there forever, or you can turn it on and off. Is that right, Roz? You specifically could show it, would set something up for a trainer so they don't even need to do it themselves. They give you the info, whatever. You set it up, it's there, and then whenever this trainer wants to run a special, bang, here's the bot. Is that how it works?
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, as long as it's if it's a Facebook post bot and it's a giveaway bot, then there'll be we'd have to change the post out. As simple as a different post, a different day, different month. But that can be discussed in the strategy. Look, I want to do one bot a month to generate leads and interest, and then I would like to do another one next month. And we would just discuss that. And we can turn this on and turn it off, and just put a different Facebook post to that bot.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, Roz, we'll get to that in a sec. Just a couple of questions I wanted to finish up with. I know you're super into your education just by the fact that I saw you on the other side of the world at social media marketing world. So, and I know a lot of people go to you for inspiration and advice on Facebook bots. Where do you go, Roz? If you're looking for either inspiration or more information, who are the people you follow, or what are the books you read? Any recommendations for our audience?
Yeah, sure. So I'm actually a pretty big follower of Russell Brunson, who does ClickFunnels.com and Expert Secrets. And those are really good books for anyone with a business, especially Expert Secrets, and building your following, your tribe, which I feel with most people in the fitness industry, that's what it's about, right? It's about building their tribe, their community. Once you've got that community, they keep coming back for more, and they keep bringing more of their community to you. So those are two books that I really love and believe in. I follow them really well. And the other one is, I guess, motivation and inspiration comes back to Jay Shetty, which is, he's a pretty cool, you'll see him on Goldcast or any of those motivational Facebook pages. And then, I've got Gary Vee to kick me up the bum, and Lewis Howes for the soft approach to positive mindfulness in life. So those are my guys.
Love it. Well, hey, if you're listening to this, so Russell Brunson, does he give his books away for free on ClickFunnels with shipping and posting? Do you know?
Yeah, so I think it's free. You just pay the shipping and posting.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool. So if you want to follow Russell Brunson, you want those books there, just go to his ClickFunnels site. Gary Vee, Lewis Howes both have podcasts themselves, so you can listen to them. I didn't hear that who was that Jay person?
Yeah, Jay Shetty. So Shetty. You Google him or put him on Facebook, he'll come up. He's got a massive following, and he's been on Lewis Howes' podcasts and shows as well, and even Gary Vaynerchuk actually pops up everywhere. But just a really cool speaker and motivational speaker, and so worth having a look. It touches a few things close to home, which is quite nice sometimes to give you a reality check. So check him out for sure. Awesome.
All right. Well, hey, Roz, so you're going to do a special for our guys watching this, so I'm super appreciative. Run us through the special, and what's the best place to contact you?
Yeah, so I think the most important thing when you're looking to start into messenger marketing is getting, as I said, getting subscribers into Messenger from your Facebook page or outside your Facebook page. So my special is going to be offering you guys what we call the giveaway chatbot. And what that does, as I explained earlier, was it creates leads. So you have an amazing giveaway, whether it's an 8 or 12-week program. One person wins it, but you get a ton of leads from these entries, and hopefully a good ratio of them going into, say, try you out for 1 or 2 weeks as well. So what I do is I'll set that up for you. I'll discuss the images and the graphics and the wording as well, because the bot needs to sound like you, and that's one thing we probably miss, but it has to have your personality to it. It doesn't sound like a robot. So once we sort that strategy out for you, I set it up, and basically at the end of it you get a spreadsheet of phone numbers and email addresses for you to have, and for you to follow up on with the free trials. And draw a winner. So it's as easy as that, really. And then basically from there you can trial it out. If you want to continue to do one every second month or something, you can just come back to me and we can sort it out.
Awesome. And is the best place to contact you, Roz at onlinemarketinggroup.co.nz?
Yes, that is. And that's Roz with a Z, so R-O-Z.
Oh, sorry, I should have mentioned that. I'll put this in the podcast description as well. So if you're listening to this, just email Roz down there. And Roz, did I hear you say you were going to give everyone listening a 50% discount?
Yes, that's right, Jono. So everyone listening, a 50% discount. So these are usually, I usually do these for $500. So anyone that's listening and reaches out to me from Jono's podcast gets them for $250.
And I'll tell you right now, even $500 is a steal for this sort of stuff, right? I've paid 4 times as much for someone to do my bots. Like if I knew Roz before I had paid that person, I would have got straight for Roz. And especially as like personal trainers, like really that's one client, right? If you're running a boot camp, you're probably charging $50 a week. Or if you're running a 45-minute PT session, you're probably charging $50 for that. Like if you just get one client from it, you've made your money back. Plus you've got this bot that you can use forever. Plus you've generated a whole heap of leads, right? And that's off one. Imagine if you get 2 clients. Imagine if you get 3, if you get 4, if you get 5. Anyways, if you're interested, hit up Roz. Roz, that's about all I've got to say. Is there anything I should have asked you that I forgot? Or is there anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. I think the only thing probably just to add to the special, if they do decide to, continue and do one giveaway bot a month type thing, aside from the $250, there'd probably just be like a small cost involved in putting the content together for the second bot, which wouldn't be much at all. And like you say, they will see a return on the investment just by new members joining up.
Love it. Love it. All right. Well, hey, Roz, thank you very much for your time, and we'll be in touch.
That's great. Thank you for having me, Jono.